Hello to the gorgeous Taurus. This is Brandon over with Wow, here to bring you your Weekend Vibes energy reading for August 9th through the 11th. This is coming after the evening of the Lionsgate portal event. It still does go on for another couple of days, about another week or so. Just be aware of that. There's a lot of energy swirling in the air. Everybody, whether you adhere to chakra stuff or not, whether you watch this videos or don't, everybody has been affected by this. Everybody has been receiving upgrades. Everybody's gaining a little bit more than what they had before that event last night. So if you're experiencing any kinds of pains, weird tics, maybe you're a little bit more less filtered than Taurus usually is, that has a major it's a major component of why you are a bit different. It's because everybody is different. Every sign out there is going through these different upgrades. It's different for every person, and it's evolving everybody in their own way down their own path. So let's go ahead and get into it. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday so far. The way I do the weekend energy readings for the signs is I do it 2 cards for the single Taurus. I do 2 cards for the Taurus that's in a loving relationship. And then I do 2 cards for the Taurus that's maybe a bit confused. You're not sure what's going on. Or maybe you're the source of the confusion. Who knows? This life is crazy. But let's go ahead and get into it. What do we have for my wonderfully powerful Taurus coming into August 9th through the 11th? What do we have for the beautiful, fantastic Taurus coming into August 9th through the 11th? Please make it clear. What do we have for, there we go. There it is. Bada boom. Okay. So the first card popping out for us Taurus is the throat chakra, Visuddha energy. We're going to make sure that we're expressing ourselves in beautiful ways, making sure that we're having wonderful conversations, allowing these conversations to happen. I know sometimes us bulls can kind of get in this kind of zone where we're like, damn, I don't feel like talking about anything with anyone, but get out of that. Allow yourself to kind of switch your own brain with that Taurian power and say, you know what, I'm going to have this conversation, because I guarantee there's something that either that person is going to tell to you that's going to kind of blow your mind, or there may be even something that comes out of your mouth that's very profound and you're like, wow, I said that, I sounded like that, you know. So go with it. Allow yourself this beauty of expression. Allow yourself to exist in the crown that's on top of all our heads and talk in this beautiful new way that we can. All right. Also, for the wonderful Taurus out there, we're going to continue to exist in this divine consciousness. This is crown energy right here, the Sahasrara. We're going to make sure that we're allowing it to pour into us and directly into our third eye, so that we continue to gain. We don't want to lose momentum in this trek. We want to make sure that we're continuing to gain speed. We want to ensure that we're on our most absolutely enlightened path that can be had. You know, this is pure awareness right here, and this is where we exist. This is kind of a state of being that a lot of signs out there are going through and experiencing, and it's fantastic to have this many people out there that are becoming woke, that are starting to establish themselves as spirit beings instead of just a body that's living in this 3D world, okay? But that's wonderful energy for the single Taurus out there to be starting out with. I hope it really works out for you, you know, in a kind of way. Do your thing, Tori. But for my Taurus that's in a loving relationship, we're going to express our honesty this weekend. We're going to make sure that we're clearing the air. We're getting rid of any kind of argumentative stance and just saying honestly, openly, fairly, and from a place of love, you know what, this is what's going on with me, and it's probably affecting you too. There's a lot of people out there who don't realize that they're affected by the Lionsgate portal. It's upgrading all of us. It's taking all of us down a different path, and some people will resist it, and that's what's causing the confusion. That's what's causing the problems, the tumultuousness in some of the unions out there, is that one partner is aware of what's going on, the other partner is not, and they're bumping heads because one is like, why am I like this? What's going on? And the other person is like, I'm very aware of what's going on, and this is why you're like this. This is why I'm doing the same thing. But let's make sure that we're communicating honesty so that we can get rid of any of those influences in our union that is preventing us from realizing what it is that makes that union special. All right. Honesty is the cure to anything. Like, really, if you can be brutally honest with somebody, they whether they will say it out loud or not, they will respect you for it. And honesty is very powerful. So use that in your relationship to get rid of any kind of argumentative stance you two might find yourself in. Also, for my Taurus in love, we're going to make sure that we're paying attention to our dreams. A lot of people are being contacted by their spirit guides within their dreams. It's something that it happens so like smoothly you might not even realize it. Like sometimes a spirit guide can disguise itself as somebody you know, and you'll think you just had a dream about somebody that you know and be like, well, that was weird. But think about how they're behaving, what they're saying, what they're doing, what happened in your dream that was so unusual, and you'll come to realize, wow, there was a message in there. And like I like to tell people, anytime they get this card, is make sure that you're trying to hold on to any aspect of your dream that made it very weird, that made it stand out in some way, shape, or form. That way you can pull up the internet, use one of the convenient guys, the handy-dandy people out there who love the divine dreams, and they can tell you what that message was that was trying to be delivered to you. And I know sometimes a dream can be about something so clear, but when you look up the dream meaning of what was going on, it's completely different from what was being presented to you. So just pay attention to your dreams as much as you can. I know it's hard to maintain what some dreams are about as soon as you wake up, but it does help to kind of write it down or look it up immediately. Don't wait until after you brush your teeth. All right, so go ahead and make sure or ensure that you do pay a little bit of more special attention to what's occurring in your dreams this weekend. Okay, Taurus? And for my complicated Taurus out there, we're going to stay in that divine crown energy. This card can talk about challenging what your pillars are, what the things that you believe in. But what this means to me is, as a complicated Taurus, you need to have faith in yourself. If somebody is confusing you, it's something that you're allowing into your life. So you can stop it. You can prevent that just by believing in what it is that you believe in. And what you should believe in is that Taurus is very powerful. Taurus is very wonderful. And there is somebody out there who does not want to confuse Taurus. There's somebody out there who wants to clearly say, hey, you're what's up. You're that bag of chips that I'm trying to acquire. Allow that into your life. Allow yourself, reassure yourself that you deserve to not be confused. You deserve to see through clear eyes. You deserve to not be disillusioned. Okay, let's make sure that we're believing in ourselves first and foremost, so that we can come out of any state of funk that we might be pushed into by people who are wasting our time. And look at that. Sorry about that. That blurred up a little bit as soon as I was like, look at that. But we're going to make sure we're setting our boundaries so that we don't allow people to confuse us. This could even be setting a boundary on yourself if you're the cause of the confusion, because sometimes we're our own worst enemy. Sometimes we need to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you are setting your boundaries appropriately so that you're shutting down anything that's bewildering you or taking you out of that state of higher majesty that we kind of have worked very hard to get to, but allowing something in that may just astound you with how wonderful it makes you feel and reignites that solar energy. That's what this card is representing with this yellow border, this yellow tone, is that solar energy, which is it fuels our ego, it fuels our personality, and you want to make sure you're allowing in the right things so that it doesn't corrupt you, what is coming into your life and causes your life to be complicated. You feel me? But that's all I have for you for right now, Taurus. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. If you went to work, I hope it was nice and good and productive for you. If you're going out there this weekend and going out there into the world, please be safe, have fun, but make sure you're taking care of yourself. And if you're staying in the house and kind of, just doing your own thing, be safe and have fun. I'll be talking to you guys soon with your weekly energy read. And until then, take care. Peace and namaste.